Alan, given the start to the season we've had, I don't think anyone could have foreseen that really. Can you sum up your thoughts at the end of a very disappointing night?
If you don't turn up, you get punished. I mean, the sending off doesn't help, but that could have been 10. We were as good as we have been, and I praise the boys when they're good. I think they've just had it in there. I would give 3 players a little bit of credit tonight. That's it. As far as I'm concerned, I just said there, if you can go and look in the mirror and tell yourself you've done well, I'll be a little bit surprised. From as good as we've been, that's the worst performance I've seen for a long, long time. And is it good enough? No, it's not.
It's a hugely disappointing night all round. Can you put your finger on why we were so much off the pace tonight?
No, I mean, we started poorly, we started sloppy, we got punished early. Did we win any personal battles on the pitch tonight? No. If you don't win them, you get slaughtered. And to be fair play to Stockport. They made us look a poor side, and we were a poor side tonight.
There's never a good time to concede a goal, but to have conceded after 2 minutes in that fashion, would you say that kind of set the tone for what was to follow?
It did, yeah, it set the tone. I mean, as I said to you, we didn't win any second ball. We had no. For me, the first time tonight, for me, our heads went down. You never do that. If you're under pressure, go after people, go and have a go. But we didn't do that. Second half, we showed a little bit of character to keep the score down, but the damage was done. As I say, a couple of 3 people I thought out there, and I'm not going to name names, they know who they are. I told them in there that for me, they put a shift in and wanted to go about their business. The rest of them tonight, absolutely disgraceful.
You alluded to the red card there. The penalty and the red card were to make it 2-0. Have you got any qualms with either of those decisions? No,
not really. I mean, you can never see things from there, but the referee said that it is a foul in the box. That's why he sent him off. It was an opportunity to put the ball in the net. But listen, they happen. We've got to deal with that. That doesn't excuse people not putting a shift in.
Yeah, at 2-0 down to 10 men, you've obviously got to change things. I suppose you could have brought a defender on, but you've brought Dan Coquelin on for his debut. What was your thinking there, bringing him on at that stage?
Well, what we thought was Steve Jennings was carrying a knock anyway to start with. So I thought that he's not going to make the 90 minutes. So I thought put the big fella on up front and try and go long and hit him and try and work off it. And obviously that's not worked. So then we've had to try and shut up shop, and second half we've gone to a 4-4-1 just to try and keep the scoreline as low as we can.
Yeah. One of the strengths this season has been our defensive resilience, our resolve. Is there a reason that kind of disappeared tonight, do you think?
Yeah, because they don't do their jobs. If you don't do your job, you get punished, and they know in there they haven't done their job. And you know, we're disappointed. We're disappointed with their performance. Well, I am. I'm disgusted with it, and we've got to change that. And the only way we change that, it's no good looking at what we've done now. We've got to change that on Saturday.
I was just going to mention that the old saying, I suppose, is that you learn from a defeat. Can you learn anything from a match like that?
Yeah, you can't go and do the same things again. And one thing's for sure. I've always said it. If you have if 8 of your players win their battles, you win the game. I think 3 of ours won their battles tonight. That gives you the scoreline.
Yeah. Kidderminster on Saturday now. How important is it that the players pick themselves up and respond in the right way?
Oh, we've got to. They're saying that in there. You know, they're arguing amongst themselves, which is good. Love that. And they're the only people who can put it right.
Yeah, you were well supported tonight. I think 150 odd away fans here. It's a disappointing night for them as much as anyone. What would your message to them be?
Listen, they've supported us fantastic from the start of the season. I'm disappointed for them tonight more than anything, because they've come out in their numbers. They've done that at Salford, and you know we've tried to give them everything this season, and that tonight we've dropped below our stand, and we've got to put it right for our fans. Yeah, we have. Yeah.
Just a few things to finish off. You brought in Dan Coquelin today. Obviously a difficult match for him to make his debut. What are your thoughts bringing him into the team?
Well, obviously at this level, he's proved it before. He's got goals. He's a good size. You know, we look at what we want to bring into the side. We need strikers. We've said it all the way through. We've made chances. Tonight we haven't. But over the season, if we'd have had 2 prolific goal scorers, I think we'd have been out of sight in most of the games. So that's the reason for it, and we still want to add to it, and we will do that. But the performance tonight, and I go back on it, and I feel sorry for the fans. I apologise to them. We've got to do better, and I'm sure we'll put that right on Saturday.
Yeah, and just finally on the injury front, Stephen Jennings came off, Stephen Schumacher came on, Ian Turner's still out. What's the current position of those three?
Well, Jeno's he's had a lot of games, probably, you know, with the injuries we've had, and my thinking tonight was behind that is the game had gone, and I'm trying to give him a little bit of a rest in there. Shuey asked me if he could have half an hour to try and get his injury right, which we've done, and Turns will probably be out for another 3 weeks, I would think.
Okay, thanks for that, Alan.
All right.
Cheers, thanks.
Cheers.